Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's the IkesTechTalk weekly live stream. Y'all know how it goes down on a Thursday night with your boy Ike. What's up? What's up? What's up? Checking video, audio. All right, we look good. We're looking good on there. What's going on, everybody, man? Hope y'all are doing good out there, man. Got a pretty dope show lined up. Some pretty interesting stuff. At least y'all know stuff that interests me. But yeah. Like I said, hopefully everybody's doing good, man. Hope everybody is doing good. I know I didn't put out like all the tweets and the one at one and all that stuff, but they got towards the end and I forgot to do it. I was like, let me just live at 5 and we should be straight. So like I said, you should be all good, man. But first things first, as we do, but I got the game pulled up here too. As we always do, man, let's go ahead and get through roll call, man. See what's going on with y'all. Roll call. Let me know what's going on with y'all. So I see we got Brad in the building. He said you already know what time it is on a Thursday. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. MPT's in the building, man. What up? What up? What up? I saw your little intro you're working on for the Thinborn. Looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Hey, Ron, I see you in the building, man. He said, good evening, one and all. Good evening, man. And then, of course, we got Jeff in the building. Blessings to everyone. Blessings on your day as well, man. So hope everything is good out there, man. But I don't necessarily say housekeeping or anything like that. But I guess to get right into it, dude, got a couple articles to get through. So let's go ahead and kick things off. You would think I would already have this pulled up. Okay, there we go. Good grief. Okay, there we go. All right, cool. Your next Android phone could leave iPhone's Face ID in the dust. I'm gonna probably butcher that, so sorry if I butcher that. Definitely not trying to, but it looks like Metalins is what I'm assuming that's called. Metalins. MPT said video is up for Thinborn. I added to that clip you saw, probably the best video I've ever made. Oh, dang, nice. I'm gonna have to go check it out, man. I haven't seen the full video yet, but I saw the little intro and it looked dope. Definitely got to give you that one for sure, man. But yeah, I think this company is Metalins is how I'm gonna pronounce it or go with it. But they've actually partnered up with Samsung and they're trying to bring biometric face identification to Android at a fraction of the size and cost of Apple's Face ID. So I'm definitely interested to see what's up with this one. So supposedly, you're able to fit pretty much everything you need for secure, authentic facial recognition, all that stuff. You're able to get the same level of quality, security, all that stuff. And you don't have to have either the dynamic island or not. You could keep it in the same sensor size as, or same camera size. I won't say sensor size, but same camera size as what we have with the front-facing cameras on typical Android smartphones. So pretty dope. I see Shay, Queen of Stiller Nation Kennedy in the building. What up? What up? Hope everything is good with you as well. Hold on, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. It's calling me, so I wanted to make sure my wife knew she was calling. Okay, but let's go ahead and get into it. So Apple's Face ID is convenient, secure, and fast, but it also has some pretty big limitations. The technology takes up significantly more space than the single front-facing selfie camera you see on most great Android phones, and it also costs more. That's where MetaLens, a startup spun up out of a Harvard lab, wants to come in, thanks to a partnership with Samsung. Oh, and Qualcomm. That's dope. That's dope. So we should see it across the board. But partnering with Samsung and Qualcomm, it wants to bring its new Polar ID technology to future Android phones, all while eliminating the cost and size disadvantages of Apple's approach. I sat down with Metalins to talk about the future of Face Unlock at MWC 2024. Yo, LaShawn, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you. Speaking of which, tomorrow, LaShawn will be live with Open Mic Night. So make sure that y'all go out and support homie. Show up, show some love. He's doing his thing on his channel tomorrow night. So go and check him out for sure. Umar, man, what's good? Hope everything is good with you. Yeah, Ron, I thought so too, man. I think he said I had an Ike moment and my Wi-Fi went out. You stupid. Yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting too, you know, because I'm in the camp. Like I would like to have both. I would like to have a facial recognition that's as fast and secure and as seamless as Face ID, but also still have like an ultrasonic or optical fingerprint sensor or side mounted fingerprint sensor. I kind of like having both, you know what I mean? That way you can make sure you get kind of the best of both worlds. You're not really giving up anything if you're in a situation where, you know, your hands are wet, where you can use the Face ID, and then vice versa as well. As Jalen Brunson just knocked down that three. Go ahead, young fella, with your bad self. And I see Ivan in the building, man. What's up, man? Hope everything is good with you. He said, hello, everyone. He said, I would like to have, see, yeah, exactly. Like, I want to have both. Like, I don't want to choose between the two. I would like to have both. I would like to have both. Because with most companies that you do get both with, you're not getting like the most secure in both avenues. Like, if you get it from like OnePlus or Xiaomi or Vivo, your facial recognition isn't going to be as secure. If you're running the fingerprint sensor, I can't even think of anything that has a fingerprint sensor that has Face ID like that, but it's more so the other way around. So hopefully they can, you know, use this tech or whatever the case would be. Yo, what up? What up? Hope everything is good with you, man. Hope everything is good with you. He said, bring us those under display sensors. Absolutely, sir. Because this is something I see everybody across the board getting their hands on, except for Apple, because they're going to want to, you know, stick to their guns with what they're doing. But I would hope everybody would switch over to this. But anyway, to continue on, unlike Face ID and other technologies like it, such as on the Honor Magic 6 Pro, which was another device that was released this past week at MWC, they say, or the Pixel 4 back in the day, Polar ID, which pretty interesting name, Polar ID, says relies on a completely different approach. Face ID essentially projects an invisible dot matrix on your face that it captures with a special camera. But Polar ID works by directly capturing polarized light bouncing off your face, which provides a unique signature just like your fingerprint. So I guess it's capturing, instead of shooting light, pause, at your face, it's capturing the light that's already there. The new security mechanism is made possible by special sensors, so-called metasurfaces, which essentially pack all the optics you know from a regular camera with multiple lenses into a single 3D surface. This allows the sensor to directly capture polarized light, enabling quick and secure authentication, among many other potential use cases. For the future, the company is also exploring skin health features, air quality metering. That would be really cool on a watch. The skin health, like I know that they're talking more so about like skin health, but like imagine you have like a skin sensor and like your skin gives off a very specific, you know, piece of biometric data. And when you put your watch on, the sensor on the back of your watch automatically scans your skin and knows it's you, and it unlocks automatically. Like now that would be pretty dope in my opinion. But yeah, they say Polar ID is ready for the mass market, which is a good sign, and it's very secure from what they're saying here, at least in the demos. MetaLens has been working on turning this technology into a scalable mass producible, I think is the word, mass producible product for a few years now. And at MWC 2024, the company thinks it's just about ready. It partnered up with Qualcomm to make it easy to integrate the necessary software and hardware into Snapdragon-powered phones, absolute fire, and announced a new cooperation with Samsung to bring Polar ID to the light engine of the company's ISOCELL Vision 931 sensor. So Samsung apparently already has a sensor in the works with this technology. So we could potentially see a Galaxy S25 Ultra with facial recognition just as secure as Apple's, and Face ID that works just as seamless, and an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. That would be dope. That would be really dope. Here's the actual camera tech here. So this is the sensor when you have like the actual camera and everything embedded, and then this is what the sensor looks like just by itself. I wish that they would have put it next to a regular selfie camera. Now they say down here that the final Polar ID enabled camera isn't any bigger than a regular selfie camera. But I would still like to see the difference just to see with my own eyes. But if they're saying it's the exact same size, man, like this is tech that we should be able to see every major Android flagship, except maybe Pixel, because obviously since they're working with Qualcomm, it's a little bit different on the Pixel side. But they should be able to put this on everything like now, in all honesty, because they're saying it's already ready for mass production now. So obviously we didn't see it on the S24. I don't see why this tech couldn't make it on the S25 Ultra, honestly. Shoot, I don't see why it wouldn't make it on like the OnePlus 13 and all of those devices either. But who knows, man? Who knows? The array the company showed me takes up significantly less space than the Face ID technology in all dimensions, leaving more internal room for other components too. Metalens also says that it's only about half the price due to fewer components. At the show, the company presented a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 powered reference phone that's capable of showcasing the technology in action. Like Face ID, Polar ID supports some advanced safety features. It's not possible to fold the sensor with an image, dope, and you can't even use a 3D printed mask to work around it. In the demo, Metalens showed me that the polarization varies widely between CEO Rob Devlin's face and an image of it. The same is true for a mask, which has a vastly different polarized image. So let's go through some of the pictures. See, I don't think we can see what the camera is looking at here, but yeah. Maybe here. Like maybe the mask is too bright or something. But pretty cool. Pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure that they only have this whole bulky setup because I see that they mentioned the developer kit is bulky. I mean, obviously that's only going to be because this is a reference device that doesn't have this tech already embedded in. So I would assume if it's only this size and it has all the sensors that's needed, I'm assuming we wouldn't have too many issues with it being like a normal selfie cutout. While polarization-based identification isn't in use yet outside of lab applications, some smartphone manufacturers are already experimenting with similar technology in their devices. The Google Pixel 8 Pro and the Samsung Galaxy S24 both use similar camera technology for their depth sensing features on the back of the phones. Okay, cool. So on the back of the phones. When will phones finally get Polar ID? Metalens estimates that products will come out in 2025 at the earliest, which is what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking we'll see like an S25 Ultra with this tech because Samsung wants to compete with Apple in every avenue that they can rather than competing with like Xiaomi and Oppo and Vivo and all of them. So when are we going to see this technology in Android phones? Metalens tells me that they're getting ready to mass produce its technology in the second half of 2024 and is currently talking to multiple Android manufacturers about cutting deals. That is awesome to hear. So I know obviously Samsung is one of them. I'm hoping Google's one of them too. Honestly, man, I hope all Android manufacturers adapt this. It's kind of like a no-brainer. Like there's no negatives to it. Given that Qualcomm is on board with native Snapdragon support for the technology and the fact that Polar ID can be easily integrated with Samsung sensor, it's likely just a question of time until we see it in the wild. Metalens estimates that most likely products could appear in 2025 at the earliest. Until then, we'll have to make do with Google and Samsung's RGB-based approaches that are inherently less secure and only work in good lighting conditions. Yep, exactly. But dope article here, man, from Manuel. I'm not going to butcher your last name, but let me know what y'all think about that. Let me know what y'all think about that. MPT said, would be cool if a fingerprint sensor could scan the glass to grab your fingerprint, but also focus further away to do facial scanning. Oh, a 2-in-1 approach. I see what you're saying. Kind of like a double. Yeah. I don't know. That might be a bit too much. If they can't pull it off to where it's like seamless, then yeah, that could get kind of annoying to have to do. But I mean, it'd be pretty cool if you're, that caught up on security. Maybe with whatchamacallit? Like maybe you could have how manufacturers have like second space. Maybe you could put your second space behind that feature. So like if you want to activate second space or secure folder on Samsung devices, whatever, because I know most Android phones have it. But like if you want to activate, as Floss calls it, dot protection, if you want to activate that, then you do face and fingerprint at the same time. And if you just use one or the other, then you do normal, just get into your phone. Maybe that would be pretty cool. Robin, shout out to you. Appreciate you for coming through. Robin said, get your Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra Titanium. Bring your house tomorrow. Poppy playtime. I'm not even sure what we're talking about here, but you might be tripping there. Talking about laughing party with little girls. I don't know nothing about that. NPT said, how would Polar ID work in the dark or in rain scenarios since it's not projecting anything? I'm honestly not sure, but it apparently does work in all lighting situations, since they're talking about how we'll have to wait a little bit longer to get something better than what Samsung and Google are doing, which only works in good lighting conditions. So I'm not exactly sure how they're getting it to work, but at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure that they wouldn't push this tech as hard as they are if it couldn't work in all situations. Because the way they're talking about this is almost as if this is better than whatever Apple has going on or whatever the case may be. So, yeah. Slang in this thing. What up, man? Hope everything is good with you. Sep Dog, too. What's up, man? Hope everything good with you. Umar said it needs to be, bro, in everything. I want it in everything. Cool. Yeah, we caught up there. But yeah, I want it in everything, dude. Like this type of technology, I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be like I don't see why it wouldn't necessarily be yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and put you in timeout, Robin. I don't know who you are, but you're tripping. So we just gonna go ahead and put you in timeout, take a chill pill, and we'll see you back in a little bit, maybe. I don't know what you got going on, but either way. But yeah, needs to be implemented in all Android phones. I mean, if it is as advertised, it works in all lighting scenarios, all that stuff. I don't see a reason why it shouldn't be in everything, because it's literally like a no negative situation. It's not any bigger than what we already have from a camera, component taking up space wise. Like it's not, in detriment or anything like that. So I don't know. Yeah, timeout, homie. I don't know what was going on there. I don't know if they was just trolling or something, but yeah, we went ahead and put them in timeout. So let's keep it rocking and rolling. What was the next one? Oh, next one up. OnePlus Watch 2 is in the building. OnePlus Watch 2 unveiled with 100-hour battery life and Wear OS 4. Now, y'all already know that this was definitely something that was interesting to me, because I went ahead and pre-ordered one. So I went ahead and pre-ordered one. I have a ETA of March 6th, I think, is when it's supposed to be here. So next Wednesday. I'm seeing some reports of people talking about they got theirs significantly earlier or whatever the case may be. So I'm kind of, keeping my fingers crossed that that's me. Maybe I can get it maybe Monday or Tuesday or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But let's go ahead and get into it, man, because I think OnePlus is doing some really, really crazy and innovative, or they've made some really crazy and innovative moves here. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. He said YouTube bringing out all the crazies, bringing out somebody. I don't know, but what's up, Mike? Hope everything is good with you, homie. He said, just bought the Watch 2 today, traded in my OnePlus 10 Pro. There you go. I had an old Apple Watch Series 5 that I traded in for mine. Gave me $80 for it. I'm cool with it. It's a Series 5. I know I ain't getting much for that. He said, that's the issue with Thursday night stream. It's not widely known, but Thursday night is crazy night on YouTube. See, I didn't know that. Hey, James Apple in the building. What up, man? Hope everything is good with you, dude. Hope everything is good with you. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about it, man. So first things first, that's obviously what it looks like, which we've already talked about what it looks like here on the stream. So this is just kind of going into everything is official now. Like now we know all the little details. We got some reviews that's came out. I haven't seen any reviews that were honestly negative. All the reviews that I saw, I watched MKBHD. Obviously, I watched Juan and TK, which if you haven't watched Juan and TK's review, I don't know what you're doing with yourself, but Juan and TK, I watched their review. MKBHD, I watched his. I think Shannon did a live stream on her experience. I watched her live stream, and like I said, general consensus watches is another hit in a sea of hits that have been coming from OnePlus. They knocked it out of the park with the OnePlus. Oh, well, no, not even starting with the OnePlus Open. They knocked it out of the park with the OnePlus 11. Then came the Open, then came the 12. Now we got the Watch 2, the Buds 3 as well. Buds 2 Pro were dope, all of that. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So OnePlus has unveiled the OnePlus Watch 2 at MWC 2024, which runs Wear OS 4 and boasts a massive 100-hour battery life in standard smartwatch mode. The OnePlus Watch 2, which costs $299 in the US and $299 in the UK. Looks like a big, powerful contender for our best smartwatches list. It boasts a 1.43-inch sapphire crystal face, 326 ppi, stainless steel case, generous battery life, made possible by the fact that it's packing, here's the innovative part, 2 chipsets, each running a separate operating system. So before we get into the hybrid operating system, I want to talk a little bit about the price. So I'm seeing some people, talking about the price is a little bit too high and things like that. And and maybe somebody can shed light, to me and kind of break that down for me. But even comparing it to everything else here in the States, and the only one I don't know off the top is the Pixel Watch 2. I think the Pixel Watch 2 starts at what, $350? Yeah, the Pixel Watch 2 starts at $350. The Galaxy Watch 6 Classic starts at Galaxy Watch Classic starts at 400. Let me see. Galaxy Watch Classic. Yeah, the 6 Classic starts at $400. So OnePlus is coming in and undercutting the competition by $100. They're also giving you benefits of they're also giving you benefits like you can trade in any, and they say any watch. So I'm guessing you could go to Walmart, pick up a little $5 Hello Kitty watch and trade that in for $50. So you got a $45 trade in at least. But you can trade in any watch, towards it. They had another, which was kind of weird. I've never done it before, but I took advantage of it this time because I was like 95% sure I was gonna get one. They had a $1 $50 off coupon. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe to gauge interest on how many people were actually interested in it. But if you paid them 99 cents, you got a $50 coupon off of it. So I was able to get $49 off from that and my $80 trade-in. I walked away and I did the priority shipping. So that charged me another $10. I walked away paying $200 for this watch, period. I paid $200 for it. So $200, potential 10, well, I won't say 10, 100-hour battery life, which for a smartwatch owner like me, most of my time in the watch is going to be in the RTOS side, or, because I kind of think of it as like two different sides, or in efficiency mode, if you want to call it that. That's where most of my usage is going to be, because I only use Wear OS for controlling like smart home stuff. Like I control my lights with it and stuff like that, and control like the thermostat, unlock my front door, and notifications. Those are like the big two things for me when it comes to Wear OS that was holding me, from being able to use some of these other watches that give you 12-day battery life and 20-day battery life or whatever. Like I needed that. I also like to be able to reply with my voice to messages and things like that. In some watches, you can't even reply to text messages. You just get the notification about the text message. So yeah, like I said, it honestly gives you the best of both worlds. Like you're getting that high performance mode when you need it, and you're getting the other side where you're just kind of strolling along, getting good battery life. So, I'm estimating that I could be somebody that could end up getting 4 full days out of this watch. Like some people are saying, because with me, I don't use always on display on any watch. It's kind of pointless to me. Because anytime I'm not looking at the watch, it's facing down or it's by my side. And when I look up, the watch turns on. So me personally, I've never been a always on display person when it comes to the watch. I will rock always on display on my phone just because I like the way it looks. But yeah, for the watch, I've never been an always on display person. So me personally, I'm thinking if MKBHD was saying, I think he said he got like 2.5 days or 3 full days, and he got that with always on display on and doing workouts and stuff like that. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I'm just doing the bare minimum. So I'm thinking I might be able to get close to that 100-day mark, man. Like I said, if I can get 4 full days, honestly, I'm cool with 3 full days, but it's looking like I might be able to get 4 or 5 days. So, like I said, I'll definitely be, putting it to the test and letting y'all know where I end up at, man. But let me get into some of y'all comments before we continue on. LaShawn say, "Oh, I need LTE." That is definite. That and the crown, I think, are the two biggest things that I'm like, because like I don't need LTE, but I know some people do. Like I know you, LaShawn, you need LTE. My wife is kind of like that too, where she likes to have LTE on her watches. But at the same time, though, man, like this is their first watch after what was a pretty catastrophic launch with the first OnePlus watch. So personally, I'm just glad that they put out a good watch, a good watch. He said it's close to the regular Galaxy Watch 6 in pricing, but it's bigger than the Galaxy Watch 6. No, same thing, MPT. And that's why, in my opinion, it kind of reminds me of the same relationship of the OnePlus 12 versus the S23 or the S24 Ultra. It competes with the S24 Ultra when you actually look at pound for pound, features, performance, cameras, all that stuff. It competes with the big boy S24 Ultra while costing less than the S24 Plus. Like the OnePlus 12 is costing you almost right at where that base model S24 is. So you're getting their ultra tier, I'll say what 90% of what their ultra phone can do for the price of their base model phone. The watch is kind of the same. You're getting pretty much I won't say pretty much all the features, but you're getting a lot of what you get from the Samsung, 6 Classic watch, but for the cost of their base model Watch 6. So definitely good pricing in my opinion. The size is another thing I've heard people surprisingly complaining about. I know it's big at 47 millimeters. So I know it's not going to be the right size for everybody, but like I said, I'm just glad that they put out a good watch first. Now, next year, we can focus on, okay, now we need another size. We also want the rotating crown to be a rotating crown. You know what I mean? Like they can work on some of those more nuanced things because they just needed to focus on putting out a good watch first. Give me a good watch first, and then you can kind of iterate and polish from there. But they got to have a good foundation somewhere. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and just ban you, dude. I tried to give you a shot. Sorry, Robin, but actually, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really not sorry, but yeah, we're gonna have to go ahead and just ban you because I don't know what type of nonsense you playing. Yeah, B Floyd, I saw it. Like, try to be nice, man. Cause like I said, you never know people's situations and stuff like that, and y'all know what I mean by that. Like, you never know people's situations, people's headspace and stuff like that. So you don't want to be too quick with the ban hammer. Right. But obviously the timeout didn't, get the point across. So we're going to go ahead and just ban them on out from the channel. But it is what it is. So let's go ahead and continue on with our dope live stream, peeps. But yeah, the size, I'm happy with the size. I think the Watch 5 Pro is 45. So it'll be a little bit bigger than my Watch 5 Pro, which this on my wrist looks perfectly fine to me. So a little bit bigger. I ain't tripping. James Apple said, I'm waiting for my Tesla adapter. Oh, yeah. They got the adapters now, and the Teslas are open up their stations. That is really good news, man. That is really good news. He said, only thing I'm not sure about is everyone seems to say the OnePlus Watch has a delay in notifications. I saw MKBHD said like when he flipped it, it kind of has like not a delay with the notification coming in, but like a delay with it popping up. Almost like it's switching from the RTOS side to the Wear OS side. But to my knowledge, Wear OS isn't handling message notifications. The RTOS side is. So I don't know. Maybe Juan can fill us in. I know Juan's in here. Maybe he can kind of fill us in. Maybe he's used his longer than I've even known the watch specs and stuff. So maybe he can kind of fill us in on if there's any insight, if OnePlus has said anything about that, or if it's even that long of a delay. Because what I feel like is a delay may be different from somebody else. Like it may not be as big of a deal to me as it is to somebody else. But no, if it is like a whole flick my wrist, 1, 2, 3, then it pops up. Okay, I can see that getting a little annoying. Michael said, I thought about trading in a phone, but they'll give me like 150 for some of my current phones, but I'd rather keep those and just get 100 from some. Yeah, no, exactly. Same. I agree. It's 50 to 100 less than the TicWatch Pro 5, which is the yeah, exactly. Like that's gonna be the closest in terms of battery life you're probably gonna find to this. I would say either that or maybe a Galaxy Watch 5 Pro, because Watch 5 Pro still has really good battery life. Like Watch 5 Pro before the TicWatch came out, I would say had my vote for best battery life. TicWatch Pro 3, it was probably about on par. I can't remember exactly, but the Pro 5 came out and was better than the Galaxy. But I wonder how the Pro 5 battery life competes with the OnePlus Watch battery life. So Juan, if you got a second, I would love some insight on that, man. Because I know you have both, like I have both. So I'm definitely interested in that. B Floyd said Galaxy Watch 6. Oh yeah, he said it's price fair. Yeah, I agree with you, dog. I agree with you. He said yes, although TicWatch did get discounted, and that's the thing too. I see TicWatch discounted a lot, so you could probably catch a pretty good deal on that. He said, I'm so sick of the OnePlus haters. It's too expensive, but you're getting everything you need, raggedy. Yeah, I don't get how OnePlus can be too expensive when they're giving you 90 to 95% of what their competitors are for a cheaper price than their competitors. Like what do they have to do? Give you more than their competitors and a cheaper price? Like, come on, yo. Gotta be real. I see what you're saying, Mike. It is what it is. We'll see what happens. He said it does look like a dope watch, but I'm not trading in my Watch 5 Pro for only $80. I thought it was 130 for the Watch 5. Because I know some people are trading in their Watch 5 Pros under Watch 5s. So I thought it was 130 when I checked. That's yeah. I don't think I would want to trade mine in either. Yeah, I appreciate it, Juan. I appreciate you, dude. I could have sworn Juan was a mod. Could have sworn that. I'll have to go in and make some of y'all some mods, man. Because I know that there's people that come through every single week, man, like clockwork. So yeah, Juan, I definitely got to make some more mods. It's typically we don't have too many trolls since the channel is so small. I personally went with black. I wanted the silver so bad, but I'm not the biggest fan of the band color. I get why they did it. They wanted to try to match with the 12, that green colored 12, which is dope. I'm not mad at that at all. But I would have liked them to do, and I know it's probably cheaper for them to just package them and send them out. But I would have liked to have been able to choose the stainless silver or the radiant silver, I think it's called, radiant silver model with the black band. That is what I wanted. I was even going to buy the band separately. Like I would have bought the black or the silver watch and bought the band separately, but they didn't let you do that. So I was like, let me just get the black because I really don't want to have to stick with the band until I find something else that I like band wise. Because I'm pretty picky when it comes to my bands on watches. Like I'm typically pretty picky. And I wouldn't have wanted to have to stick with a color that I don't really care for that long. So yeah. Yep, exactly, Sep Dog. Sorry, not sorry. He said, I can understand if you're a OnePlus hater in India or Europe, but man, a OnePlus hater. Yo, that's what I'm saying. Because I've seen where they do price their stuff a little bit higher in some other regions. Because like I'll scope out Reddit a little bit from time to time, and you'll see some people like complain about that. And they're like, oh, the prices are too crazy here, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking like, where are they located? Because I'm here in the States. And then I see, oh, they're somewhere, international. So that makes sense to me. But yeah, man, if you're here in the States, I don't know how you complain about OnePlus pricing. I really don't. B Floyd said AOD on a smartwatch is pointless. Only person I care about seeing on my watch was me. Yo, you stupid. But facts though. Yeah, I used to use always on display on my watches just because it was cool, I guess, or it looked cool. And the person who talked me out of it was Galen. Galen over at Galen's Gadgets, a homie. He was like we were talking about it before. And I'm like, why would you turn off always on display? Like you shouldn't have to turn it off. He's like, bro, when your watch is facing the opposite direction, it like you can't see it like at all. So what's the point of having always on display on? And it clicked. I was like, you know what? He right. Plus, and then after a while, I also got used to at work before too. I wouldn't want to rock always on display because at work when we were in the office, we weren't allowed to wear smartwatches. It's a client, thing or whatever. So with us not being allowed to wear smartwatches, if you're wearing a round watch and there's no face, you can kind of get away with that. There's nothing going on the screen. Nobody's like looking hard. But if you got always on display on, then you can kind of see some of the screen. And I don't care what watch face you're using. A Rolex watch face is not going to look like a real Rolex watch. So, you can kind of tell. So I always stop using always on display with that. And then I just got used to not using it. So now I don't use it on any of my watches, man. Oh yeah, NPT, they definitely were. Hey, BG, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you, big homie. He said, I like to have always on display. I get frustrated if it takes even half a second. See, I have had some of those times, Michael, where like my watch is in this kind of half state and I'll go to flick it and it won't turn on because it's like in a half, tilted up way. Apple watches are typically pretty good about it. Pixel watches are really good about it. My Watch 5 Pro has been a little weird with it. It hasn't been too bad. I haven't tried the 6 Classic. The Tick watch is really good with it too. But yeah. He said he just had to find a fault. He was just nitpicking. Yeah. Yep, 3 days for sure. And I would say 3 days, and that's with like doing stuff on the watch. Like I'm getting more than 3 days, but I do barely nothing on the watch except for, again, notifications, control smart home stuff. Like that's pretty much it. He said nightstand up. He said, Mob Boy, I can get, Mob Boy, the TechWatch Pro 5, dude. So Watch 5 Pro, I can get like, I've gotten 4 full days one time on the Watch 5 Pro. On the TechWatch 5, I've gotten 5 days out of that watch, bro. Using essential mode correctly, I've gotten 5 days out of that watch. No, I still haven't watched it yet, but I did see that there's like a lot coming out about this. So I have it on my favorites. I just haven't started it yet. I'm done with y'all. Ike, we have emailed you so you can review our beautiful tank. Stop it, yo. Stop it. Yeah, 45. The Watch 5 Pro is 45, and the other one is 46. Okay, cool. Oh, battery versus TicWatch Pro 5. Battery versus TicWatch Pro 5. If you're still in. I'm done. See, this is a steal for Watch 5 Pro. Like, this is an absolute steal for a Watch 5 Pro. Watch 5 Pro is still a really dope watch, man. He said, I don't get using always on display because when I move it towards me, it's going to show anyways. I guess I figured out how to make it work every time, depending on what you're accustomed to. So, always on display while running. I could see that, Brad. That does make sense. That does make sense. I'm just lazy and don't run. Yo, TicWatch Pro 5 is dope, Sep, dog. Bro, like if you really like trying to buy one, dog, I'll give you a good deal. Because honestly, with the OnePlus watch coming in, I'm probably not gonna wear mine all that much because I honestly don't wear it that much anymore with this. So hit me up, dog. Hit me up. If you're looking at buying one for $349, dude, hit me up. Hit me up. Don't spend. And that is a good deal on a Tick watch. Don't get me wrong, but don't drop that. I got you. I'll give you the homie discount like I did on the AirPods. I got you, dog. I got you. If you're serious about buying one and like you got the funds and everything, hit me up. I got you. Juan said, Tick, I got roughly 3 to 3.5 with second screen on, no sleep tracking, auto tracking workouts. Okay, cool. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the hybrid OS. We pretty much talked about the main benefits from it, but long story short, so and this feature is something Google is baking into Wear OS altogether as well. So, don't worry, this isn't a OnePlus exclusive thing. Other manufacturers can, take care of it and all of that stuff and all of that. So, just in case you don't got to worry, other manufacturers can use this. OnePlus Watch 2, I get over 4 days with the same kind of use, but no always on display. I got the low power warning at 20% with almost 4 full days. Yeah, Juan, I can tell you right now, don't be surprised if I'm sending you screenshots with like 4.5, 5 days. Because I turn off all workout tracking. I don't sleep track. I don't do any of that. I just sleep in it because I'm lazy and I don't like to put in my pin. So I might be able to get 5 days out of this thing. No sweat, dog. Just hit me up whenever you're ready, bro. I got you. Like I said, if you're looking at one for $349, I can tell you right now, I'll sell you mine for like $200, $250, bro. That's serious. Like I got you because I'm not using it. So I got you. Just hit me up. He said, dude, I believe it. It sips juice on its own, but if you do the RTOS manually, it'll easily double what I got out of it. See, yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Because I know for me, like I'm gonna be using that side of the two operating systems more than I'm gonna use Wear OS. Because like I said, I don't really do a whole lot on my watch. So I'll pretty much live in the our RTOS mode or whatever. I kind of figured this, B Floyd. I kind of figured this. So I'm hyped. I'm hyped. He said, I got 200 all day, every day. I mean, you hit me up after the stream, dude. Like I said, you copped the AirPods from me. I had them in the mail the next day after you paid. Like, if you dead seriously want it, I will charge it tonight, factory reset it. I think I got an extra. No, I don't have an extra band. I have the cable. I have 2 cables for sure. I have to find the other one, but I got 2 cables to charge for sure. So $200, bro. Ship. I'll have it in the mail tomorrow. Hit me up. MPT said, I've got 28 hours use with 70% left on my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. That's with sleep tracking, constant heart rate, and replying. Yeah, exactly, bro. Like I'm happy that we're starting to get this multiple day for smartwatches to be the norm, because that charging every night stuff, and it's not that big of a deal for me to charge it every night, but it's like you shouldn't have to, is the way that I see it. You shouldn't have to. But anyway, I said let's get back into it, and I got sidetracked. But anyway, so we got 2 separate operating systems. You got a Qualcomm Snapdragon W5, which is their newest processor. And then the watch also runs the RTOS side, and that's powered by a BES 2700, which I don't know where that ranks in terms of RTOS chipsets, but it's 2 separate chips for each operating system. So the RTOS is the maintenance operating system handling the watch's basic functions. And when you need to open the watch to navigate the interface or download third-party apps, the watch switches to Wear OS. OnePlus calls this development dual engine architecture. It's a far cry from the very limited OnePlus only OS used in the original OnePlus watch, which debuted in 2021. It don't look that bad on her wrist. It do look a little big, but it don't look too bad there. Dual frequency GPS is said to ensure that the watch is very accurate when it comes to tracking running, cycling, and other outdoor workouts. I'm gonna be honest, I just recommend y'all go watch Juan, TK, all the other dope channels that got to cover the watch, because I'm not gonna talk about fitness features because I don't use that stuff. 100-hour battery life can be extended further in power saving mode, which shuts down the Wear OS side. It only allows the watch to track movement and exercise, messages, sleep, running and cycling, exercise profiles using GPS. This will get you 12 days of battery life, 8 times as much as even the best Apple Watch, the Apple Watch Ultra 2. The watch only comes in one size with colorways black steel and radiant steel are available. It weighs 80 grams, including the strap. It's waterproof, 5 ATM, which I think that's like the military tested rating that they were talking about. But it has been tested to withstand extreme heat up to 70 degrees Celsius, extreme cold down to minus 40 degrees Celsius. There are no features that are limited to users of OnePlus phones in the same way that Apple and Samsung lock away features. Any Android phone running the O Health app can work seamlessly with the OnePlus Watch 2. Definitely dope. Definitely dope. Is this Wear OS's reasonably priced Apple Watch Ultra rival moment? The similarities between the Ultra and the OnePlus Watch 2 are certainly here, with the generous battery life and extreme survivability of the watch being selling points for weekend warriors and adventurers who don't want to risk running out of charge while on long runs or expeditions. Even if you're not an outdoors person, the idea of a true Wear OS 4 Google Pixel Watch 2 alternative that doesn't run out of charge in a single day is a tempting one. It's very well priced too, and I can't really see a downside, although I'm yet to handle it or test it. This was before they got their sample. But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to cover anybody who did like a review or anything. I want y'all to go watch Juan and TK Bay's videos on the watch. And, you know, obviously, if you're interested enough, cop your own, formulate your own opinions, man. But that is the OnePlus Watch 2. As stated before, mine is already pre-ordered. I want to say the keynote thing went live at like 10. I had mine pre-ordered by like 10, 15, 10, 20. So pre-order was in ASAP. So just waiting for that tracking number and that shipping confirmation. He said, I'll hit you up next week when I got the 200. I just bought some new stuff this week. No problem, man. Like I said, just hit me up, dude. I got you. James said, I feel that if I got rid of the Apple Watch Ultra, I bet I could get at least 4 days out of it. Got you. He said, I haven't had any word lag. Text coming in on the phone hits the watch at roughly the same time. Lifting my wrist, I think we're waiting for the animation, but I still tweak that in the dev settings. Okay, so like when you lift, because he kind of showed it in the video, and it was like he got a notification, he lifted his wrist, and it was like a ever so slight, like 1, 2, and then the notification came up. Which, like I said, I'm not tripping too hard about it, but I could see that being something that annoys some people. I totally understand it. Maybe I'm just too lenient. I don't know. He said, I don't see Samsung using the hybrid OS. I don't think they use RT. Yeah, I think they state that they still use like a version of Tizen. Maybe they could come up with like a low powered Tizen mode and do it in that way. That'd be pretty cool. See, yeah, you just said it here. Replace it with Tizen. Yeah. He said, oh, AOD on the Apple Watch Ultra. Yeah, like I said, I just personally don't use always on display. I didn't have it on my Apple Watch. I don't have it on my Pixel Watch. Like, I just don't have it on. I've just come to enjoy like just clean look when my watch screen is. I thought I muted myself. When my watch screen, not screen is off. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Like I said, we still got 2 more articles to get through, man. And the last one, I'm gonna get in my bag a little bit. Now, I am gonna say I'm gonna get in my bag with one caveat, and I'm gonna say what that caveat is when I get to that article. When I said I wouldn't say the animation has been significantly different than using the Pixel Watch, though. I just don't like fluffy, friendly, padded animations. Oh, so if it's like lifting your wrist and it's similar to the Pixel Watch, I ain't tripping. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll go back and watch his video on it, because now I'm like curious enough to like really pay attention. Because I'm gonna be honest, I had it in the background while I was working, so I really wasn't paying the closest attention. And like I said, even watching his video, it didn't look to be like this lift wrist to check notification. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, notification pops up, like animation, pops up or whatever. Like, it didn't look like that to me. It was kind of like a lift, 1, 2, and then the animation plays out, pulling up the notification. Like I said, it doesn't look like anything too crazy to me. He said Google will probably just use Fitbit OS. They could. It does seem like they are planning something like this because they did make mention, they kind of came out quick, they kind of came out quick and was like, hey, this is something brand new that we're bringing to Wear OS. So it is something that we could end up seeing on Pixel Watch 3. Which, if we get a bigger size, more battery, and this kind of dual architecture thing, Pixel Watch 3 could be really, really compelling too, yo. Seriously. Pixel Watch 3, like an XL model, could end up being like my everyday watch, where this could maybe be like I'm about to go out of town or something like that. Let me throw this on, depending on what kind of battery life Google is getting, obviously. Oh, he said, yeah, nothing like a wrestling count. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm good with that. But I don't need you. Chill out. All right, let's go ahead and get into this next one. So we got our first inkling, and I'm just going to run through this really quickly. The only reason I'm even going to talk about this ring is because now Samsung has came out and stated that they're working on bringing full support for all Android phones, not just Galaxy phones. Before, people were saying Samsung was talking about only bringing this. Sorry, I got to put my little headrest back on. Samsung was, my bad if I hit the mic. Samsung was talking about only bringing this ring, like all the features, only when you're paired with a Galaxy phone, which would have been a big no-no for me. I got out of the Apple ecosystem, and I'm not trying to get locked into anything else. So for me, it would have been a no dice. But yeah, now that they're talking about bringing support for all Android phones, it's kind of piqued my interest a little bit more. But this is the Galaxy Ring. I'm just going to kind of read the highlights. So they did show it off at MWC. It's a health-focused wearable that picks up a few tidbits they gave a few tidbits on the device. It won't be coming out for a while. They're talking about July at the rumored Unpacked event. So Samsung is explaining, as a new addition to our wearables portfolio, Galaxy Ring will offer users an all-new way to simplify everyday wellness, empowering them with greater insights and more ways to understand themselves day and night. With Galaxy Ring, users can embrace an unrivaled experience during every step of their wellness journey, all while being delivered in lockstep. What is F-Droid downloading? My bad, y'all. I just seen an update and it kind of threw me off. Oh, F-Droid is updating F-Droid. Duh, Ike. That just threw me off for a second. But anyway, an unrivaled experience during every step of their wellness journey, all while being delivered in lockstep with Samsung's broader vision for a more connected, integrated, and seamless digital wellness platform. The launch of Galaxy Ring is just one of Samsung's many initiatives that exemplifies this and delivers on our vision of improving the health and wellness of billions, starting at home with you. So it didn't really, I don't think, go into any more detail. I don't think that they let anybody try it on. It's going to come in 3 colors: silver, black, and gold. All 3 have a polished finish. It's almost mirror-like. Based on the first look, they're saying that the black looks the best. Gold looks a little gaudy. I would like a matte version personally. My Ridge ring that I have on for my wedding band is matte, and I really, really like it. I also don't know if you'll be able to wear it, because I know some of the smart rings, they're really picky about what finger you wear them on. I want to be able to wear it as a replacement to my wedding band. Like that's the only interest smart rings really play for me right now, would be like to replace my wedding band, with the fitness stuff. But like I said, I don't really do a bunch of fitness activities, so I'm wondering if it would even be worth it for me, honestly. But they got 9 different sizes: small, medium, large, and extra large, 2 available with each. Sizes range from 5 to 13. Support a new feature called the Vitality Score. It's going to pair up with your Galaxy Watch to kind of get all the information. Normal ring on the outside. Inside, you see all of like the little smart information and stuff like that. They have a picture right there with it. Here's like some other pictures. But pretty cool. New tech products are always cool. There's a contact space for charging pins, so you'll obviously have to charge it. It said it looks to be a more subtle implementation compared to something like Aura Smart Ring. Again, we weren't allowed to try on the device, but the hardware looks incredibly promising, even behind the glass. Samsung hasn't confirmed a release date. July is the current expectation. Are you interested in the Galaxy Ring? So, like I said, real quick, just wanted to kind of go through that and peep that joint. Yo, Scoop in the building. What up, homie? Hey, El Jefe, what up, man? Hope everything is good with you, dog. Yeah, I see it already looks like they're on their crap, but yeah, I'll keep doing that. And like I said, I'll make some mods tonight before I go to bed. Throw some extra mod wrenches, y'all ways. But yeah, Samsung Galaxy Ring. Like I said, I'm really only interested in it if I get all the functionality, regardless of what device I can use it with. And then I also need to figure out an actual use case for me, like if I actually want to start tracking health and stuff like that or whatever. Hold on for a second, y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back. Right back. Okay, the missus got him. Baby boy woke up. He says smart rings bum me out with my arthritis. I can't count on my knuckles staying the same size to get a ring off. Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks. All right, but let's go ahead and move into the final article. And like I said, I am gonna rant a little bit, man. But first, Galaxy Z Fold 6 leaked renders show a square foldable that's barely different. It did give us the gallery. Now, the caveat that I'm going to rant on this with is going to be that this is what we end up getting as the Z Fold 6. There are some rumors that are saying that this might be the base Z Fold 6, the base Z Fold 6, meaning we may get an Ultra Z Fold 6. Now, if we get an Ultra Z Fold 6 that has all the stuff that I'm about to talk trash about, I take back every word I'm about to say, all the ranting and raving that I might do. I take all that crap back. I take it all back. But if it doesn't, then my argument still stands. Install. It's freaking me out. Yo, before I read on that OnePlus, where's Android? Where's the February and Android 14 for the OnePlus Open, man? I'm seeing all these other devices getting it, man, like Nord phones and OnePlus 9 Pro and all of that. I'm like, man, did we run into some issues with it? Like, let us know what's up. Because I know the Indian version got it. Give me a second, y'all. I gotta run in quick IT issue. Sorry about that, y'all. My bad. Had to go play IT mode real quick. TV didn't have any sound. It was just muted. He said he's waiting on the Apple ring. MPT said fingers shrunk in the cold. Yeah. He said after the OnePlus Open, I want to see Samsung really knock out a best of every tech we have Z Fold. Drive the price higher, make it premium and exclusive. Juan, I've been saying this exact thing for years, dude. Like, and we're gonna talk about this too, the Galaxy A Fold, because I kind of want to discuss all avenues, right? Like all of what this could be. But But yeah, because yeah, dog. Like if this is it, if this is it, I can already tell you I'm not getting the Fold 6. I can say that with 100% certainty. I will force myself to outlast the FOMO that I'm gonna feel because everybody else can be buying it. The same way I outlast the FOMO on the S24 Ultra. I don't care. No, I can't do it. But anyway, I've been saying that for years. You know, drop a iterative. Oh, I'm pointing the wrong way. Iterative Z Fold 6, and then give us a Z Fold 6 Ultra. Give us a Z Fold A or whatever, and give us a Z Fold Ultra that does come in at that higher price point, maybe a bigger device. You know what I'm saying? But you can give us everything for that extra price point. Oh yeah, Sep dog. Excuse me. I know, dog. The OnePlus 11's got it too. Like, yo, I don't know what's going on with it, man. But hopefully they flip that switch soon. I know the Indian model just got another update because typically the way that it works is the India unit gets their update, the NA or unlocked unit gets theirs like the next day, or like it's either later that day or the next day from what I've experienced. The India model got an update to Android 14 earlier this month that the unlocked NA model did not get. So I'm thinking they found some bugs or something like that. So instead of sending it out to us here in the NA, they said, hold on, let's wait. They came out with a patch that I saw today because, like I said, India, they got another update today for the OnePlus Open in India. They shot that patch out, and then we're going to get both updates combined when we get it here in the States, whether that's tomorrow or whenever we end up getting it. So, like I said, hopefully it's right around the corner, though. Not that there's so many features from it that I want, man, but they have that AI cutout feature that I really want to play around with. They have the better integration with Link to Windows. It's faster, smoother because of all of the Trinity engine updates. So there is some good quality of life stuff there. Plus, I spent, 1,500 bucks on it. I wanted to have whatever the latest version is as soon as it's available and as soon as they can get it out, obviously. But yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. So MBT said, I think more likely they'll try to push the well spec model to 2,100 plus. They brought a lower price. It would be too close in price to the S Ultra. See, but that's the thing, MPT. I don't think they care about that because the customer who's looking at a Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't even supposed to be the same customer who's buying a Z Fold in the first place. Like those are two separate consumers. Like Samsung isn't saying, okay, we're going to sell you an S24 Ultra now and then sell you a Z Fold 6 later this year. We're just a tech enthusiasts who are addicted and we just got to have everything, right? So I don't think Samsung should be worried about cannibalizing S Ultra sales because the person who's buying a foldable isn't necessarily looking at a slab and vice versa. So I don't know. He said, will the Z Fold A series run Snapdragon? That's a very good question. It's a very good question. India is getting their updates before global. That's correct. Yeah, it keeps me updated on OnePlus news. Yeah, and it's been like that for a while. And I don't even have an issue with that. Like, would I like for it all to come out at the same time? Yeah, of course, right? But if they can push it out to India first, make sure there's no bugs, whatever, and give it to us in a week or a couple of days, like I'm cool with that. But I ain't gonna lie, the wait for Android 14 and for this February patch has been a long one. It has been a long one, and we have felt it. But I will say OnePlus has given an update every month on time since I've had the OnePlus Open. This is the first month that I've ever not gotten whatever that month's, patch is in that month. Because obviously, unless they drop it before 12 a.m., which they could. But yeah. Matter of fact, let's go check just for craps and giggles. Let's check. Because we're coming up on the end anyway. Yep, still no update. But yeah, so like I said, unless they drop it before 12, this would be the first month that it was late, And considering Pixel has had late months, Samsung has had late months, man, I'm not tripping. Like I said, I've gotten an update at the end of every month for that month. So I'm not really tripping about it. He said, how do they price it? S24 Ultra, $1299. Z Fold 6 at 15. I mean, that's perfectly fine too. But like I said, I don't think that they have to even really, because think about it. If you're looking at the base model Z Fold 6 versus the S24 Ultra, right? Base model Z Fold 6 and S24 Ultra, you're going to have that same delta that we have right now between the foldables and the slabs. Like, you're going to have that same split. So it just makes more sense for them to say, hey, look, we have our slab line up here, and then completely separate for those who want a foldable, we have this at 1,500, drop the price on this to 1,500, because we know that even if they drop it to 1,500, they're not taking that big of a loss. 1,500 for this incremental, and then for 1,800 or 1,900, give us a Fold 6 Ultra. Fold 6 Ultra. Yo, facts, Tech King Mike. Appreciate you for coming through, big homie. Give me my Fold Ultra. Bro, the day it drops, like, I know me and you have talked about this. The day they drop that, excuse my French, the day they drop that shit, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. A Z Fold with a S24 Ultra that just does that, boy, I would be all over that. I would be all over it. Make it a little bit bigger. Like, we've already seen the leaked dimensions of the Pixel Fold 2. And Google's like, look, we're going to do whatever we need to do in order to get these bigger cameras and all of this stuff in here. So, Samsung, come on, dog. Stop playing. But that's kind of it for the rant. I ain't going to go too crazy on it, but this ain't it, Chief. Sports that time of the year. See the first leaks and rumors. Samsung newest foldable Z Fold 6 is the first to surface. New rumors leaking and showcasing a sharper silhouette that refines a trusted design. Very slight design change, minor refinements throughout the design. First thing to note is the overall shape. In the render leak, each corner of the Z Fold 6 can easily be seen, much sharper than on the previous model. Now this Z Fold 6 has a silhouette that mimics the S24 Ultra or Galaxy Note of old. Totally fine with that. I'm fine with the way it looks. I think it looks really, really good. I just need them to give us everything. Outside rails of the foldable are also squared off perpendicular to the phone. This imitates the new design change we saw in the S24 and S24 Plus, flattening those edges to give the phone a more modern look. So yeah, we're looking at it here, man. So no S Pen slot, cover screen doesn't look all that wider, and it looks like the same camera setup on the back. Honestly, the only thing that looks different to me is it's more boxy, and obviously we're getting titanium and all the AI features, Snapdragon 8. But other than that, cameras are supposedly staying the same. We might see brighter panels. We might see brighter panels, but I'm really hoping Samsung is cooking up a Z Fold 6 Ultra. I'm really hoping that they are. It is expected to be slightly wider. Difference of width is about 2.6 millimeters, which I don't know where that puts it at. If that puts it at slightly still narrower than OnePlus Open. I was looking at Scary If Literal, Shane's video on it, and he couldn't get a view of it folded, but like opened, it still looked like it was going to be pretty narrow in all honesty. Previous leaks have noted that Samsung is likely to adjust the aspect ratio on the outer display of the Fold 6. If these new specifications and renders on hand are true, it doesn't look like that change will be as substantial as we thought. If in the leaked images, the front display looks similar, if ever so slightly wider than what we have in the Fold 5. And that's my sentiment as well. So, yeah. Let's see if he gets that front view again. Yeah, this is the front view. And I mean, it does look a little wider, but maybe that little bit of width will be exactly what, it needs. Who knows? I'm just more pissed off about the cameras than anything. He said, we've also heard rumors of a more affordable Z Fold 6 variant, in which case that device could offer the expected altered front display aspect ratio. Much of it is up in the air right now, but we do know Samsung will continue to offer the Z Fold 6 sometime this year. Expectations are high for it to be a better foldable than what others offer. Definitely true. But I'm really hoping that this is the budget A model, because if this is a budget A model, I think that this will be a dope budget model. It looks really, really good. I don't know if we'd see them put titanium in their budget model one, though. I mean, at $1,500, I would expect them to, but I'm just saying, I don't know if they would, rather than just going aluminum to keep them costs down. But I'm really hoping that this isn't it, man. Like, seriously. Like, I like the design. I'm just not hype about them cameras. I'm really not hype about them cameras. But yeah, that is the Z Fold 6 party, people. Well, hopefully the Z Fold 6 regular, and we still have an ultra. He said, yeah, we really don't want foldables racing to the bottom on price. I'm gonna just sit here because I've been saying this stuff, man, and it feels so good that other people see it that way. Because it's like the faster we race to price when it comes to foldables, the more and more they're gonna have to leave out. I don't want them leaving out anything. Like, let the tech be expensive for what it is for a while so we can get everything, right? And then once it becomes more mature and more normal, like everything else in tech, the price will then come down. I use the same metaphor. Blu-ray players used to cost $1,000 for a Blu-ray player. Now you can get one bundled in a PlayStation 5 that costs $500. You can get a dedicated Blu-ray player for cheaper than that. So let the tech be expensive because it's very expensive to build these. Let the tech be expensive so manufacturers don't feel pressured to not give the absolute best because they're worried about cost. Even though Samsung's worried about cost with this, they still don't have much of an excuse because OnePlus is undercutting them and giving substantially more when it comes to hardware. So just my little 2 cents, but yeah. Right language. Go wash that mouth out with soap. Yo, Evan, man, appreciate you for coming through. See you next week. He said, I'll be all Samsung Ultra if they did that. S24 Ultra, Z Fold Ultra, Tab S9 Ultra. Hey, I ain't with it. I can't mess with all of the Ultras, but I would get the Z Fold Ultra in a heartbeat. Like, I'm telling you now, they drop a Z Fold Ultra that has everything that the S24. I mean, honestly, it doesn't even have to have every single thing. I wish it had every single thing, but like being realistic, even if they only gave us the 5X from the S24 Ultra, the main camera from the S24 Ultra, wider display and a bigger battery, I would buy that. Like I would buy that phone. But we need to get away from all of this foldables come with compromises conversation. Like, I'm not saying that the OnePlus Open is perfect because it's not the perfect phone, but I think that it's the closest out of any phone to being like a slab through and through. Like, it may not have everything to the T that slabs do. Like the IP rating isn't as high. It doesn't have wireless charging. But a lot of the bigger things that you miss out on when you go to a foldable, you do not miss out on with the Open. You don't have to worry about displays not getting as bright. You don't have to worry about not being able to see the display. The inner display it has the little anti-reflective coating. The same thing I don't know if it's the same as what Samsung is using. But you don't have to compromise with battery life. You're getting battery life that's as good as slab style smartphones. You're getting cameras that are rivaling slab style smartphones. Everybody's been comparing OnePlus 12 to S24 Ultra, and a lot of people are liking what OnePlus is bringing. Well, guess what? 98% of that camera array that you're gushing about is what's on this foldable. So we literally have the first foldable that when it comes to those major compromises that we've always hated having when it comes to folds, battery life, screens not getting as bright, and cameras, OnePlus don't have those issues, man. So I don't know. He said, sadly, I don't see Samsung doing anything more aggressive with TM. I forget how to pronounce that guy's name at the head. And I saw that, man. And I could have sworn I saw something. I don't know if it was him or if it was somebody else within Samsung talking about how they were like trying to get away from the cost cutting and get back to being innovative. Like, Samsung used to be such a industry leader when it came to innovation and doing new things. Like, honestly, Xiaomi's competitiveness reminds me of how Samsung used to be. Like how Xiaomi, whatever is the brand new, the latest thing. And I get when you get to a certain point, you have to focus on refinement and polish. I'm fine with that. I don't need Samsung to reinvent the wheel every year, right? Even if they want to follow Apple and go for the S year cycle, right? Give us a major change one year. I think I knocked off my rest again. Give us a major change one year, give us a refinement the next year, and then give us a big change the following year. Hell, even if you want to give us 2 polish years, like, am I gonna be like, yeah, but I'll take that. Change the design every third year. But like when you look at this is damn near the same thing that's been released the last what 4 years. I could even pull up the Z Fold 2 and be able to point out how, and like I said, I'm not one of those people who are like, oh, a phone's design has to change for it to be a major upgrade. No, you can keep the same design but have major upgrades. But it's just like, dude, you're buying damn near the same thing again. And I'm sure it's gonna have some compelling things that as techies, we're gonna try to justify. The AI stuff is gonna be cool, the generative stuff is gonna be cool. There's gonna be some cool little stuff that are upgrades. Don't get me wrong. But to sit here and make it seem like this is okay, no. Like Samsung, y'all, if this is the only Z Fold 6 we get, Samsung, I'm sitting this one out. I'm gonna live vicariously through anybody who picks one up. I'm sitting it out. I'm sitting it out. I'm sitting it out. It's gonna be hard because I'm gonna tell you right now, the FOMO for the S24 Ultra, it was very difficult. But I had to maintain that willpower. And I almost failed a couple of times, man, and had that thing in the cart. But I was like, no, 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 no. Not that the S24 Ultra had anything major that I was against, but it was because I knew I was going to go back to a foldable anyway. I'm used to folds. I like foldables over slabs. It's just kind of who I am now. But Samsung, no. Come on. Y'all gotta do more. Like, y'all gotta do more, man. I got to do more. But I'm going to get off my little soapbox, man. Let's go ahead and start wrapping it on up. Hopefully, Samsung can come out with an Ultra. And this is, again, the base model. On Leaks is famous for that, pushing out one model. And we're like, what? And then coming out with the next model later. So, hey, maybe in a couple of days, he'll have the Z Fold 6 Ultra. But I'm going to be honest, man. Realistically, and looking at Samsung's track record, I honestly believe that this is the Z Fold 6, which in a year where we're about to see Google, again, if all the rumors are right, this is just me speculating on if the rumors are right, we're about to see Google take such a significant step up with their foldable. And the OnePlus Open was already really, really good, like to the point where there's not a whole lot they need to change with that. Sammy, y'all playing a dangerous game. I'll say that. I will say that. He said, bro, what Xiaomi just did with OmniVision on the 14 camera, it's just embarrassing. Like, and that's my thing too. It's not even like I'm one of those people who feel like they need to have ultra tier cameras on everything. But you can boost and soup up your base model phones too. Like the S24, S24 Plus should be amazing, awesome phones in their own right. Like I get wanting to have your ultra tier phone, but what can set your ultra tier phone apart is the extra zoom. And then have your and I'm not saying that the base model phones are bad. Don't get me wrong, because I can kind of feel that might be how I'm coming off. It's not that they're bad, but when you look at what other competing manufacturers are doing with their base model phones, it's not even fair at this point. It's like, I just can't, man. I just can't. He said, yeah, it seems every year it gets a little brighter, maybe make it a little fatter, a millimeter wider, but 6th generation, a little more variety. Yeah. I agree, man. I agree. He said, I'm just indifferent to Samsung. Now they're becoming the General Motors of tech. He said, Xiaomi is done playing games. He said, I'm damn near thinking about blowing some serious. Bro, I want a Xiaomi 14 Ultra so badly. I want that and the Oppo Find X7 Ultra too. I would love to get my hands on a Xiaomi 14 Ultra, man. Like I'm finally over. I talked about it a little bit on Gigi's live stream. I'm finally like getting past using Android Auto. I haven't really been using it a lot much. So I'm not really needing that. I'm trying to wean myself off of that because I'm seriously thinking about dropping some cash on some of these other devices, dude. It's always tough because you got to come right out of pocket with it versus having a trade-in. And that's where a lot of these manufacturers kind of get you, because you got to come out of pocket. But as long as OnePlus keeps doing their thing and Google's, obviously trying to progress and do better with their stuff, I can just buy what they sell over what Samsung is doing, because that render is unacceptable. Like, I'm sorry, Samsung, but that's unacceptable. If that's what y'all are doing for your... Oh, my Google and the thing went off. If that's what y'all are bringing to the table, man, for y'all main foldable, y'all most expensive device of the year, bro, y'all can keep that, bro. Like I said, I'll live vicariously through everybody else who picks one up, but I'm gonna sit that one out. He said buying a Fold 5 at a lower price to give you an option for some. Oh yeah. Agent 2 is absolutely fire. Still running it in the OnePlus Open. No regrets whatsoever. Yeah, to OmniVision. And OmniVision used to be kind of like the laughing stock, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. He said it's especially annoying. Oh, because a few days ago, we got all of these cool rumors talking about how we were going to see more changes and all of that stuff. And yeah, render came out. And typically on leaks is usually pretty spot on, man. Like, everything he's put out has been pretty spot on. So typically once we see on leak rumors, that's what you're going to be getting. So like I said, hopefully this is just the base model and we got an ultra tier coming. But that's what we're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream, man. Like I said, rant's over. Samsung Nights, don't worry. If there's an ultra, I will be right there with y'all spending my hard-earned cash. But I'm gonna be real. If this is what's coming out, what Samsung is delivering, y'all need to do some serious soul searching, dog. Or even if y'all just keep y'all Fold 5 for another year to send a message, I'm cool with that. But this ain't it, man. Like, I'm sitting here still looking at it in disbelief. Like, you couldn't have told me that Samsung was going to drop this as their main foldable for 2024 after OnePlus just dropped the OnePlus Open. Like, no. Because if I'm Samsung, if this drops, I'm like, all those prototypes, bring them here. We need to get this out. We need to get this out. He said, I have FOMO with the 13 Ultra. Him and Sean, man. Him and Sean P. Like I said, I would love to get my hands on one, man. I just cannot afford it right now. But if I could, I would absolutely buy a OnePlus, a Xiaomi 14 Ultra. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream, man. Like I said before, we got LaShawn doing his thing tomorrow. I think Juan and TK are doing their thing tonight. I know last week was a little weird because of MWC. Juan, you and TK going live tonight? I'm pretty sure y'all are, but just in case, make sure y'all go. Best of Our Week is the name of the channel. Subscribe, hit the bell. Hopefully YouTube stops being dumb with sending stuff out. But if they are going live, they should be live later, around usually about 11 o'clock or so is when they go live. So keep your eyes peeled, show them some love. Oh yeah, they are back. They are back tonight. So they're going to be doing their thing. And then tomorrow night, 9 p.m., LaShawn's doing his thing. Galen, you're late. You're late, sir. You're late. You're late. But it's all good. You can catch the replay, homie. Yo, Legion Go. Making me jealous. You're making me jealous. You're making me jealous. I'm about to be broke over here. But anyway, appreciate y'all for coming through, man. As always, this is Ike's Tech Talk. Thanks for the love and the support. I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.